God damn it, Denny! Oh, I swear I'm a Noah Gregson his ass after this race. Hi! For those of you who are new around here, which is probably most of you, I am Manosif, and I'm starting a new series around here. I'm going to be doing something a little different from the video games. Why am I talking so weird? Anyways, I'm going to be starting a new series around here. For lack of a better name, I'm going to call it NASCAR Fan Reaction, which is just going to be me taking in the race and adding my own little spins and thoughts to it, what I think the race was like. And it's a little late, this video, but better late than never. I'm going to be reacting to Atlanta, but hopefully I get it out before the dirt race. That's the goal, because I'm very excited for the dirt race. But without further ado, let's jump into Stage 1 of Atlanta. Alright, so Stage 1, not too much to talk about. Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex starting in the front row, followed by Team Penske's Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski, then followed by Kyle Larson, who will go on to lead most of this race, and Kevin Harvick, who is seemingly the favorite at Atlanta almost all the time. Leads tons of laps here, doesn't always win. We see 3 wide coming out of the first corner on the first lap, and that's nothing new to this racetrack, a very wide surface for passing. Nothing can really get in the way of Kyle Larson. After a little while, he ends up working his way towards the front. Kevin Harvick basically was not happy, and that's funny because his nickname is Happy, if you did not know. Happy Harvick was unhappy with his car. You heard it on his in-car comms. He was complaining about the car for a little while, and then the competition caution came out, I think, at lap 25. Harvick comes out of the competition caution pit road with a flat tire and has to pit again. However, he gets out of pit road without going a lap down, and he is in front of the field. A delay to the inevitable because Kyle Larson will eventually lap him, and he was just a lapping machine. In Stage 1, he got out front and never looked back. I forget how big the gap was, but it was huge, and he ended up lapping all the way to 20th, who was Eric Almirola, and he was the free pass car, and Daniel Suarez finishing 19th, who went on to have a strong run, I might add. Larson wins Stage 1. On the 8th lap of Stage 2, we had an incident. There was a bad restart in the outside groove, and a stack-up occurred, which ended up being in the middle groove, because that's where cars opted to go, as Kyle Busch went up high. Chase Elliott stayed in the middle. Kurt Busch went down to the middle. And then people were pushing, bumping and pushing, and out of nowhere, Denny Hamlin just pushed a little too hard, and Kurt Busch went straight into the wall, ending his day. Let's talk to Kurt Busch about that. Kurt, how do you feel about what happened between you and Hamlin out on the track?
I'm pissed.
Thanks, Kurt. Kurt Busch voices displeasures on pit road. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin was still in the race. Sponsored by FedEx. Shipping one of those Monster Can Crunched. Here we go. Is anyone in the front row of the grandstand looking for a Kurt Busch diecast? Thank you very much. After that caution, the race resumes in Stage 2. Not a whole lot to go over. Kyle Larson, just class of the field, just drives away again. I think he finishes the stage with an 8-second lead over second place Ryan Blaney. There was a lot of jockeying for position within the field, but other than that, it was pretty much Larson's race to lose at this point. Daniel Suarez had a great run that stage, finishing 10th with his new Trackhouse team, their first stage points together as a team.
Mr. Worldwide!
Moving on to Stage 3.
Dang it, I'm blowing up.
Elliott's engine blowing brings out the caution, which causes Larson to slip up 2 spots on pit road, allowing Blaney to take over first, Hamlin in second, and Larson would be restarting third after Blaney's crew set a banger of a pit stop, the second fastest pit stop of the season so far. On the restart, Blaney increases the gap from first to second and third as Larson and Hamlin battle for second and third, almost making contact a couple of times, but it wouldn't be enough. Hamlin would end up going behind Larson, and Larson would end up hunting down Ryan Blaney and taking the lead back for now. With 55 laps to go, Pasta Boy Anthony Alfredo decides, hey, these pit stops are kind of boring. So what does he do? He pulls a 180 right in front of Almirola's stall and gives all Almirola's crew guys a little pat on the butt. Good job with your pit stop. Now I'm going to have to do another 180 to get back to where my pit stall is. Adding a little excitement to pit road is always some fun. Just ask Pasta Man Anthony Alfredo. After leading the race for so long, Kyle Larson and his crew got a little bit comfortable. They even ordered sandwiches, which were served up fresh by Roger Penske himself. Hey, you guys, make sure you deliver Larson one of those sandwiches as well. You got it, boss? Little Penske sandwich for Mr. Kyle Larson, and get some Penske bread, some Joey Logano, some Larson cheese, slap it on there like that. Then you got the second place runner. Oh, did I mention lap down bread? Lead lap bread. And then we're just gonna slap that on top of Larson just like that and take a big old bag of tastes like a win waiting to happen. With less than 10 to go, Blaney's going to complete the pass over Larson to take first place, and he's just going to coast. Say coast, he's driving pretty quick, but he's just going to coast to victory lane after that. And if you thought the Penske sandwich was bad, after Ryan Blaney had passed Kyle Larson and Joey Logano, They threw an extra slice of bread in there with Brad Keselowski, even though the race was done at that point. You even heard in Kyle Larson's radio that he hated Joey Logano, but at the end of the race, in his post-race interview, he kind of took back what he said and agreed that I think I used up all my stuff. And I honestly am of that opinion too. I don't think if Logano wasn't there, Larson would have outran Blaney the remainder of that race. I think that was Blaney's race to come back and win, whether lap traffic was a factor or not. He just seemed like he was the quicker car at the end. It sucks for Larson, but hey, second place isn't that bad. And that marks his fourth race where he's fourth. That's 8-4. There we go. That's better. Fourth race where he's won both the first two stages and not won the race. Hendrick Motorsports is bringing fast cars this year, especially at the 1.5 miles so far. So I don't think we've seen the last of Kyle Larson winning at a 1.5 mile track. And we should expect that a little more in the future. On to Blaney's win. Good guy Blaney celebrating. Doesn't do burnouts. Come on, Blaney. One day you got to give us one. But good guy Blaney also gives the checkered flag to a young fan at the start-finish line. What a good guy. Honorable mentions, all in all, great day for Hendrick Motorsports. Aside from Chase Elliott's engine blowing, they all ran in the top 10, finished in the top 10. The win slipped away from Larson, but it's still a top 5 finish, not too bad. Alex Bowman finishing strong in third. Pretty good race all around for Hendrick Motorsports. Honorable mention number 2 is the RCR guys seem to have a really good race. Daniel Suarez and Trackhouse Race Team, they use RCR equipment. They have an alliance with them. He ran very well throughout the day. He got into an incident later in stage 3 that didn't allow him to finish on the lead lap and in the top 10 like he was running at the end of stage 2. And he was in and out of the top 10 all day. He had a very good race. Austin Dillon finishing in the top 10 as well. Great race from those guys. And on top of that, I would like to mention Chris Buescher having a great race with the Roush Fenway squad. A couple other strong runs I wanted to mention was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. He came home in, hold on, let me just check here, 12th place. And Ryan Newman coming home in 13th with the Roush Fenway squad. Again, like I said, with Chris Buescher and him, they had a great run. Matt DiBenedetto for Wood Brothers Racing, coming home strong with a good finish, running inside of the top 10 much of the day, finishing in 11th. And coming back from a lap down, Kevin Harvick finishing in 10th. Unbelievable run. He had trouble early in stage 1 at the competition caution, rallied back over the course of the day. That's a long day racing for laps back. And that about does it for Atlanta Motor Speedway's Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. A little bit late of a review, and I apologize for that, but it's my first one, and I'm hoping to do more and get better as we go. So I open it up to questions for you guys. If you have questions for me for the next video, leave them down in the comments below. If you like the video, share it with your friends, leave a like, subscribe if you want to come back and see more. Oh, for the Bristol Dirt Race coming up this weekend on Sunday, I want to know your predictions for winners down below. Obviously, anyone with a dirt racing background is going to have a distinct advantage over the field, and they're allowing other dirt race drivers to come in. Stuart Friesen, someone that I followed for a little while. I'm kind of excited to see how he does, but I think my pick, the favorite's obviously Larson, but it's kind of boring to pick the favorite. So I'm going to go a little off the board, not so off the board, but I'm going to go with Tyler Reddick's going to win here at Bristol, get his first win in the Cup Series, and I'm really looking forward to that race and seeing the outcome, and I will see you guys after the Bristol Dirt Race.